Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we're getting ready to start this Encourage mini journal. And one of the first things I'm doing is addressing the white backs of the papers on these digital kits. I mean, I love the digital kits because they give you kind of a jump start on your journal, but then you have to do something with the backs of the pages. And so I am going to do some jelly printing, jelly plate printing, jelly printing. Anyway, here's a couple of them that I did. And so I'm going to do that for this first video. So come along with me. Hi everybody. So I am going to talk about today, what do you do with the white side of the paper? When you get a digital or digi kit, this side's fine, but then you have the back. And, you know, in the past I've done a lot of decoupaging with napkins and things like that, stencils, but I thought I would try something different this time, and I got a jelly plate, and I just started playing with it. So I am not an expert by any means. I'm an amateur. So here are some practice sheets I've done just to kind of see what it does. And some are better than others, obviously. So I'm going to try some, oh, there's one I like a lot. Try some jelly plate printing. And so, oops. So, as I said, I just got the jelly plate, and I also got a bunch of stencils. So, these are some of the stencils that I got, and they're the 12 by 12. I got two of these by accident. And so I think that I will just take one out for now. This is Rebecca Meyer Designs. And it's at www.thecraftworkshop.com, it says, if you're interested in finding. I also have a journal that I don't want. So I'm going to use that to kind of roll off the paint that's left on the roller. We'll see how this goes. So I have acrylic paint that I've had for years, and I was almost ready to just throw it all in the trash. And then I started doing the jelly plate printing. But in the process, I'm finding that a lot of these needed to be thrown away because they are definitely a mess. So the principle of the jelly plate is that whatever goes down first will be on the front, and that goes in layers. And then when you put your paper on it and pull it up, it's reversed. So whatever you want on the top, in theory, you would put down first. So you can always go back, and it doesn't take much, I have found out. So I'm just going to roll some black out. And I just realized I didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, what I had planned to do was run the black through a stencil. So that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is just use this up on some of these papers that I've already done. So I'm going to lay the stencil over it. Here's this. I'm going to lay this on top of it, and I'm just going to press it down. And so there's that. And And the other thing I did, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but I got one of those Sterilite 3-drawer plastic storage bins from Hobby Lobby, and they're 14.5 by 14.5 drawers. And so that means they're big enough to hold these 12 by 12 stencils. So I'm upstairs. I don't have a sink up here. This is acrylic paint. And so I kind of want to, I think I want to wash these off. I don't know how this will work, but I poured water. I poured water in the top drawer. So I thought, well, I can throw the stencil in the water and then use a paper towel and wipe it off. So we will see as we go along how that goes. I was going to do originally, let me try another stencil. This is another Rebecca Meyer design. And then I guess this will work. Actually, I think I need to put it over on a piece of paper maybe and put it on the roller maybe and roll it on. So I'm just going to roll some black on. So now I'm going to put some gold over it. And let's see. I think I'll try a little bit of this red oxide. And my roller now has black paint on it. Not sure how that's going to go. I'm going to roll this over the top of the black. And then I'm going to put some white. We'll see what happens. And I just got all this paint at the Dollar Tree because since I don't know what I'm doing, I didn't want to. I do have some golden acrylics, but I thought I'd practice with these $1 a tube paint first. And oh wow, they're almost clear. That's what you get for $1. No pigment. Okay. Let's see. Oops, that's way too much. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm going to take one of the pages from the kit, lay it on top, make sure my hands are not got paint on them. I don't know what this will do, but we'll find out. Okay. Well, all right then. I'll lay that over here. Oh, and it wants to curl really bad. So I'll lay that over there. And then I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna try some, I think I'll try some yellow. Oh boy, I don't know how it goes at your house, but this is about how it goes at mine. I'm going to put just a little bit of this gold in here because it's a little bright. And maybe some white. Oh gosh, this is way too much paint. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to lay this stencil down. The thing is, if I mess this up, I can always go over it with more paint. So that's what I'm counting on. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna take a ghost print, they call it, where you go back over it and use the ink that's left, because I have a lot of ink on there. So I'm just gonna let that go on here. That's pretty cool. Getting a lot of that darker ink that was underneath. I guess that might not be too bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, and so I think I want some limey green to go in there. Maybe a little bit over here. Okay, that is a lot of that's a lot of ink. Let's see. So I'm going to try another stencil. This one is another Rebecca Meyer. And it's this one. All right. Okay. And take that off, put the water. I think I'm going to roll some white over it. I'll just do, I'm going to use a stencil. I'm just going to let it have the color. So what I did, I printed, I told you we were going to do, I'm pretending like you guys are going to do this with me, that we are going to do multiples of this journal. So my plan was to do 5 of them. So I printed 1 out, and then I went back and printed 4 out. Well, as I was printing the 4, my printer messed up. And so when I put the paper back in it, it started over. So I ended up with, that's cool. So I ended up with 8 plus the original one. So I have 9 printouts of this journal. So that's why, like, if you've seen this page, I have 8 of these pages. And I don't know if you've done jelly plate printing, but whatever you leave on your plate will come up in the rest of the layers eventually. It pulls it off, which is kind of cool if you like, you know, grungy stuff, which I do. So I'm not worried about getting it clean or having a residue on it. I want residue on it. And I'm planning to go back over these, all of them again, probably with another layer. So these are cool looking. These are better looking than the ones with the, just the plain old stencil, I think. So I think I'll do some gold. And maybe some green. Pull that out. And I think I'm going to go over this. I'm going to use this. This one's, I don't know. It needs something. So I'm going to go over it with this gold. Yeah, that's much better. Much more interesting. So it's showing through. You could see the original stencil. And it's just showing, and then this just went over it in another translucent layer. So that's a lot prettier. Okay. Put a little bit of black on here. Actually, I think I'll put some blue with it, maybe. See what happens. And I'm going to kill her name, Major Van Niekerk. And I'm sure I mispronounced it. She's born in South Africa. Anyway, that's the one stencil I did at the beginning that I showed you was hers too. This one was also hers. And they're more loose. They're more hand-drawn. I really love her work. So I'm going to lay this over this. Let's see, like that, I guess, since I caught that on something. I'll do that. And I'm going to just get part of it. I'm going to lift this out. Okay, that looks cool. Lighter background, maybe. I feel like it needs a touch of just like a third color, just a little bit, and not completely mixed, but okay. Okay. I wish you guys could talk so I could hear what you think of this. I'll tell you one thing, it's really fun to do. Whether you like it or not, it's fun. Whether you like your results or not, it's fun. And the thing is, you can always change your results. Now, this one I don't like that big dark blob. And so I'm not sure if I have a white that's opaque enough to cover that. But I can always, I could always go back and put some white gesso over it or something like that if I wanted to. But I think, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I have a 6x6 stencil of that same bigger one. I think I'll just see what happens if I put that over it. Yeah, it did. Okay, so you can see it did make a, okay. Let's see what that looks like. It's going to be pretty light, I have a feeling. I left it on there quite a while, so it was kind of stuck, but it's cool. It pulled up a lot of stuff from the other prints. So those end up looking almost better than the ones you do intentionally, or at least for me. That seems to be what's happening. I wonder what the water will do too. For any of you guys that know what you're doing and have done this for a long time, you're probably rolling your eyes, but it's all new to me. So I am going to okay, it's pretty bright, but never fear. We'll go back over it and tone it down. Okay. Pretty. Okay. Put this off. Put this one down top of it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Take that off. Throw it in the water. Okay, so that's what they call a ghost print. That looks pretty. Pretty. Okay. And I think I'll just do a ghost print on the other one of that because it's really pretty. I just have one more sheet. Nope, two more sheets. Okay. All right, so almost did it on the wrong side. Okay, I'll get the ghost print up from this. Okay, so not a lot, but a little bit. And I'm going to go right back, I think, over this one, which isn't quite dry yet, so that's all right. Okay. I like that. Okay. Pull this off. I think I'll lay this last piece of paper down on this. Okay, so got that. Do I always do that? Maybe not. Maybe I'll do it over this one. So it's getting a little bit of depth to it. Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna do this one because I'm not super thrilled with that. So I'm gonna see if that kind of takes it down a notch. Yeah, that quiets it down just a little bit. But keeps that texture in the back. Okay. And then this is kind of turned into my little scrap piece of paper. So I'm just going to keep adding to it. See it, keep doing it till I see something I like, because I'm not thrilled with it right now. Still not thrilled with it. Let's see. I think I'll go over that with some very light pink, if I can get some very light pink to work for me here. I can keep from putting more than just a tiny drop of this magenta. Maybe not. Maybe there's enough texture in that. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, That's much better. Okay, much better. So it still kept a little bit of the texture from the background. You can see where the stencil is in the back. All right, happy with that one now. Okay, let's see. Do I want to do this as solid? Oh, I think I'll try it just to see. Okay. Yeah, I like that much better. So there's a lot going on. Got the stencils, but the color mixture is nice. So pretty happy with that. Okay, now this one still needs something. So I think, actually I've got a couple of them that need something. So I'm gonna go over it with okay, that didn't do a whole lot. Okay. Again, I need 3 hands. Well, I'm liking that better. That color's pretty. I like this a lot, but I kind of want to get what's on there. So I'm going to put a thin coat of white over it because it's drying, and I think that will help pick it up, make it pick up onto the paper. Okay, let's see. A lot of it up. Okay. It's all right. I'm not thrilled with that, but that's okay. So here's some of our results. This one I like a lot. That one I like a lot. Pretty happy with that one. That one seems like it needs something, but maybe, you know, by the time I do everything else to my pages, it might be all right. That one I like a lot. That's interesting. I'll have to see how that works out. That one's pretty. This one's, I feel like it's going to need some gesso to quiet it down. Definitely this one's going to need some gesso or something on it. That one came out pretty. That one's okay. That's a little crazy. That one needs something. And that one's okay. So, oh, and here's this one, that one. So for a dark one, I think it's kind of pretty. So anyway, oh wait, here's another one. Oh, this is the crazy one, but it looks really pretty, I think. So that one, And that's what we got. So I hope you enjoyed watching it and going along with me as I figured this out. So I hope you would click the like button and think about subscribing. And we'll move on with the next thing on this journal. Bye-bye.